came to party, yeah, I came to dance. Already made reservations. Nobody stands in the way of my plans. I ain't got that kind of patience. The end of the week, I turn to a freak. Go out and forget all my cares. Putting my hands in the air, looking so good from my hands to my hair. Good times, good vibes. I wanna be in the spotlight. Turn up, no lies. Doing whatever I like. Nothing but music is filling the air. Moving my body so everyone stares. This is my moment, all eyes on me. I'm on the dance floor, bringing that heat. I came to party, yeah, I came to dance.
Oh my God, I'm so happy to finally meet you. I feel like I know you already. How are you, beautiful? Girl, you're just so big. We got all night. We gonna cut up. Tonight is going down.
I came to party, yeah, I came to dance. Nobody made reservations.
You was always
Nobody stands in the way of my plans. I ain't got that patience.
Listen to you, bitch. You ain't lit up in here. Where's the bottles? Where are the bottles? What's going on, y'all? Here is another episode of Straight Shot, No Chaser. And we have the beautiful, the infamous, as I call it, Stacey G in the building. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you.
Yes,
I appreciate you. So, guys, just so you know, Straight Shot, No Chaser is a show where I, Billionaire Mercedes at Billionaire Creator Academy, I honor my students, right, who promise me they're going to become success stories, and they succeed, right?
Yes, indeed.
So Stacey G definitely has a deal under her belt, and we're just going to talk about that. We're going to discuss that over good food, good vibes, great conversation.
Yes.
Stacey G, thanks for coming and being here,
Thank
honey.
you for having me.
Of course.
Oh my goodness, when I got the call asking to just have this dinner, I was like, for real? Me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
so I'm
ma'am.
happy to be here.
I
Very happy to be here.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. You look
Yes,
amazing. as
Likewise.
always.
Girl.
Pretty girls do what they want.
Always and forever.
I love it. ATL in the building. Yes. So y'all gotta forgive us. We're gonna cut up. But listen, you do what you want when you popping,
Okay.
man. Let's talk about these popping deals. First, before we talk about that, let's talk about real estate, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do for a living, right? What got you interested in real estate? Anybody who's in my class who has watched the previous classes, they'll literally see your journey. They'll see you come into class. And that's one thing I want to promote, guys. My people who are successful, who are on this show, they come to class,
Yes.
okay? That's where the gems are. Virtual courses bomb, but putting it into perspective.
Yeah.
So you'll see her coming to class and stuff like that. But let's talk about where the love for it, where the curiosity came, and where you were at before you joined the program.
Okay, so I am a hairstylist. Okay.
Hair slayer.
Hair slayer. I'll take it from you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I'm a third generation hairstylist, right?
Love it.
So it came very natural for me.
Love it.
Anything I touch, it just turned into beauty. I mean,
Literally.
It got to the point where, you know, as a kid, I would cut shapes inside my grandmother's drapes.
You never told me
Because I just
that.
love the feeling of and the sound of the shears, right? So I fell in love with hair.
Good.
You know, moved from Boston by way of Jamaica. Moved from Boston to Atlanta when I was 19.
Okay.
Didn't know anybody, but I trusted myself. I trusted my skills.
There you go.
And I know I'm a people's person.
Yeah.
So it didn't take long for me to build my, you know, my beauty business.
Empire.
I mean, you know, I got to a salon. This is how I made my big break, right? So I got into a salon. It was in Riverdale, Georgia, out of all places, the suburbs, Riverdale, Georgia. But I was a city girl. I'm from Boston, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in, you know, ATL.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. Shout it.
slaying, doing my thing in my own world.
Yeah.
The youngest in the salon. And Monica used to come to the salon.
Dope.
And she would watch me.
Dope.
Because when I would do hair, I would dance.
Shut up.
Just
In
Jamaican.
your element.
Just Jamaican, girl. I don't care what was playing.
Why,
It could be country. It could be country music. I'm gonna be like, hey, because I'm in my happy space, right?
Okay.
Well, that attracted her to me. You know, her
Good.
hairstylist decided that she wanted to be an actress.
Oh, wow.
So I know, right? So she's like, well, Stacey, can you travel? And I'm like 22.
I never heard this story, by the way.
I'm like 22, right? And I'm like, travel, I just had a baby.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I was impressed, because my clients was everything to me, so, and I'm a
You're
mom.
very loyal.
Yeah, I'm a mom. So I'm like, okay, well, let me talk to my husband and see what he says. Didn't give her an answer. Took me about a week to give her an answer. And I said, I could travel domestically. She was like, okay, well, I started doing Monica.
Shut up.
I know, that was exciting at a young age, right?
Yeah, dope.
Man, we was traveling all over the place.
Dope.
We went international. Okay,
she talked you into it. It's like, yeah, all right.
You got the kids, you got the kids. I'll be back. Okay. Right. So, it came really good. I did her album, and I did her album, and I just did these videos, and I changed her whole look, and I just reinvented her all over again, which was, everybody started asking, who's that girl that did her hair? So my beauty business just really took off really, really fast, right?
Yeah.
To the point where I'm so booked.
Yeah.
Working 5-6 days a week.
Even now you're booked.
Yeah, no.
To get you here, I was like, you sure you still coming?
I am in the building.
Okay.
That opened up a lot of doors.
Yeah.
So I got a chance to do Carrie Hilson, Mary,
Oh
Vivian Green. I started
She's
going
so
on to
humble. I have never heard this story. Facts, bro. Facts. My students are freaking lit. Go ahead, girl.
Loved it, right?
Yeah.
Great exposure, great experience.
Of course.
Hair industry was amazing,
Yeah,
right? I'm
yeah.
in LA, I'm in New York, I'm all over the place, right? So it's awesome.
Respectfully.
But I would always desire more.
Yeah.
Because I was getting tired physically.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is still not enough.
It's that physical exchange
right.
for the money.
I'm like, this is not enough. I got to figure something else out. Started having more babies. Right.
They come.
Yeah. So now I went from 2 to 5.
Yeah.
Right. So now we're thinking on another scale. We're older. Our bodies are starting to talk to us.
Yeah.
Right. So I had to think about it. I'm like, okay. And then a lot of my clients were real estate professionals.
Really?
Right? So I would ask a lot of questions like, so how do you do this? How do you do that? What do you do? There's so many avenues in real estate. I just had to find my niche. So I started paying for courses, started them, didn't really like them, didn't resonate with me until...
Can you elaborate a little bit? I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
What was it that you didn't like about it? Because I actually remember when you were hitting me up on IG.
Right.
You were liking some of the posts and you got more and more excited, right? And then we had a personal conversation. But just let the people out there know what it was that you didn't like. That way they can compare and contrast when you talk about the BCA.
It felt, okay, so I started with this company. I'm not going to call any names. I'm going to start with this company.
We're going to be nice.
Yeah.
We're only one shot in.
Right, yeah. And I just noticed that it wasn't personal for me. It wasn't. I couldn't get anybody in particular or specifically on the phone with me. It was always with a group of people, and everybody else again had their own thing that they're doing, their own genre of real estate that they were doing, right? And it just didn't connect. Like it just didn't resonate with me. I felt unheard and unseen, right? I just felt like I was in a room with a whole bunch of people or on Zoom with a whole bunch of people, and I was just a number. So it just, I was like, this ain't for me. Wasted that money, right? But kept the material, kept on overviewing it, but wasn't motivated. Fell right back. I'm still in hair now. I'm not letting that go. Okay. So we still So we're still doing hair, right? So this allows me to be able to take my time and truly find the avenue. So boom, I went to real estate school. The first time around.
To do retail
real estate. And I realized, I'm like, okay, I'm in real estate school, cool. I'm going, hi, nice to meet you. Hi, I'm in school. I got my book bag.
You stupid, not the book bag, not the book bag.
Yes, I'm in school. Hello. Hi. Okay, but it was cool. Passed it great. Got cold feet when it was time for me to take the real estate state exam.
Okay.
Pandemic hit. I said, you know what? I don't even need a license to do what kind of real estate I need to do. I don't need that.
You a boss.
I don't need to go back to real estate. I don't need this.
Yeah.
Left it, whatever. Time passed, a year, later passed, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of do want my real estate license.
Gotcha.
Because once I have these properties, now I'm realizing truly what it is that I want to do, what avenue I want to take in real estate, which is wholesaling, right? Which is off-market properties.
Less risk.
Which is less risk, right? Less running around, less headaches, right? because I've tried it the other way, right? So I went back to school because I thought I was going to be able to just go take my state board, and I failed horribly.
It happens.
Right.
To the best
it
of
was
us.
a year. It elapsed, right? So I'm like, okay, let me see where I am. I realized I was far off. I went back to school for the second time.
Oh, wow.
This time it was serious. I don't care about no book bag.
This is after the
nothing.
pandemic.
This is after the
Okay.
pandemic.
Okay.
Before I found you, everything, right? So boom. So I got my license, boom. Now here we are.
Hello.
Ooh.
Is that extra? What is that?
That's the meatballs.
Oh, got you. I thought it was strawberries. I don't have my glasses on.
That look like strawberries.
It was. I saw the red.
It does
was
look
looking
like
pinkish.
strawberries,
It was giving
though.
pink. It was giving pink. Thank you so much. Oh, can you keep these coming? Yeah, keep these coming. Yeah, thank you.
Right? So here we are. Got my license and everything. And I'm like, okay, what do I do? So I joined a firm, a brokerage. Nah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Left from there, joined another firm.
Yeah.
No, this ain't it. Because they wanted to push retail too much on me. And then I saw
Because they make the money off.
they
of the
make the money
retail.
off me
Yeah,
while
yeah,
they got
yeah,
me
yeah.
running around looking like
Yeah.
a crazy lady,
Yeah.
right? Which is cool. I don't knock that.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. Not for me though.
Not for me though.
Yeah.
So I'm on Instagram scrolling, and I scroll by the lady with the gold chains.
Are you dumb?
Are you dumb?
Are you dumb?
So I had to blow it up.
They real.
Yeah.
They real.
I was like-
I walk through the airport, no problem. They be like, take off your. Don't do that.
Listen,
Take off. No, they not gonna go. It's not metal.
I don't know if it's your demeanor.
Thank you.
I don't know if it was your look or the sound of your voice that resonated with me. I started liking your posts. Came back the next day, started liking another post. Then I started scrolling, and I started, commenting on your posts, because now I'm feeling like, I like this girl. I like her, Again, I've had my fair share of people in real estate. So now I know exactly what it is that I want to do.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You was just speaking my language, you know what I mean? So when you reached right back out to me, it was like, okay, oh, exciting. Okay, and then you inboxed me, and then we went from there. And from there, it has been an amazing journey.
Oh, yo, I got a friend, man. I have friends in my students, yo. And it's crazy because I see in you what I wanted to accomplish, right? Because we talked about you being the hair slayer, right? And we have our conversation,
Right.
Stacey. But for me, it's like you get to this point, no matter how successful you are in your career, you're like, yo, this is not generational wealth. I can only do but so many clients.
Right.
I can only do but the highest person that's getting paid. I can only do but so much.
Right.
How can I make money while I'm sleeping? That's what generational wealth was taught to me as, right? So that was the thing for me, right? Being able to make that and then teach it to my children.
Right.
You talked about your children. And
Yeah.
that was one of the things we talked about, you teaching this task to them, or at least teaching them to manage it, right? Because I want for my children, my son, he wants to be a marine biologist, right?
Wow.
Yep, and I looked it up, and they make $80,000 a year. Cool. I don't want my child to do something because it's not enough money.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Or not do something because it's not enough money. If he becomes a marine biologist and then becomes a scientist and finds a cure for dementia, that was my contribution to the world.
Yeah.
That is my dream, right? Whether it's noble or not. But I had to work certain jobs, because it made the money, not because it was what I wanted to do.
Right.
And I didn't want that for other people. So with that being said, you came, and thank you for all those kind words. Y'all, I joke, but anybody who knows me, I'm humble as pie, right? And I appreciate my students. So you came over to the Billionaire Creator Academy. What do you think was the difference? Because by the way, you guys will see in the Facebook post, you'll see Stacey G, and we'll talk about why you were upset that you made the $18,000, right? You like, Coach, I know what you mean now. Because at first people be like, yo, I make that much money, I'll be glad with $10,000 or $5,000. But you see the potential, right? And we're going to talk about that because that's why you were invited. I want to talk about you scaling. I want to talk about you taking it to the next level. But I also want to talk about the hurdles, right? Because I make it sound easy, and for me it is. Like, I used to be a bartender, and I used to have to clean up crazy stuff and get talked to crazy. Yeah. Just in that type of scenario. So to not have to do that was amazing for me. But with that being said, what were the hurdles that you had to go through to get to your deal? Hey, you. Sorry. Look, you know people are asking me, did he get into real estate? Did he join? He was here with us last Straight Shot No Chaser.
Hi, what's
How
up?
are you?
How's everything going?
Amazing.
Y'all look great. How's
Thank
your appetite?
you.
How's everything's going?
We didn't even get a chance to eat yet. We running our mouth.
Okay, how's real estate?
Amazing.
Amazing.
As always.
I see you all over
said
Instagram.
the
I see you
nice
doing everything.
What's
you're
up with
doing
you?
good.
What's
I'm
up
doing
with
good.
you?
I'm doing
Are you
good.
no? Are you in real estate? That's what
I
I'm
am in
asking
real
you.
estate.
Ah, you
Real
doing
estate.
it?
I have
You
3 clients
doing it?
right now.
Oh, dope.
So it's coming. You know, this is my night job. I call this my stripper job. You know?
No, you
I'm just kidding.
stupid. You listen. Get it how you live. Get it how you
Y'all
live.
enjoying everything,
No,
Josh?
yes.
Great. You're so beautiful as
Thank you.
well.
I
You're
appreciate
learning
that.
some great tips from her.
That's my baby right there.
Yeah,
She's gonna take it out. She's gonna take it to the next level.
Listen, she a winner. She getting. She's an agent as well, but she's
Yes.
slaying it in real estate
Okay.
wholesale.
Alrighty.
So yeah.
I said, let me
that's
go
what's
up here
up.
and check on my
I
girl.
didn't
I
even
see
know
you.
you
I
was
see
here.
when you walked in.
Oh, did you? I
Uh-huh.
ain't see. I ain't see.
You know,
I'm
you
so
know, you
sorry.
gotta keep on, can I get an autograph?
You so stupid. I love it. Go.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Alrighty.
coming. I appreciate you,
Alrighty,
boo.
y'all
Good to
enjoy
see
your night, okay?
you.
Let me
Thank
know if
you.
y'all
so
need
much.
anything.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. All right, honey bunches.
Appreciate it.
So sorry about that.
No
I was
worries.
just asking.
That was
Yeah,
cool.
no, it was good to see him. Yeah,
That's
for sure.
good
Because
stuff.
it was funny because one of the students was like, "Did he ever get into real estate or whatever?" So it'd be good for them to see. I'm gonna tell them to watch the show. So dope, so dope.
3 deals.
But so what's your actual hurdles? What were the hurdles that you had? And then somebody else would be able to learn from those potentially.
I didn't really have that many hurdles, to be honest with you.
Dope.
Because I showed up to class. And I mean, it sounds corny, but it's so real.
No, yeah, for
No,
real.
I showed up and I asked so many questions. I mean, I remember texting you. I know you're an early bird, so I would be up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Good morning, coach.
Yeah. Grand Rising.
Hi.
Grand Rising. What's up, boo? Look, we sending emojis and stuff, giffies. What up? Look, I'm hitting the bed. No, I'm playing, y'all. I'm up.
Seriously, I
Yeah.
know you're up
Yeah.
early.
Yeah.
You go to bed early
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah,
up
yeah,
early.
yeah.
I know that about you.
Yep.
So, I mean, I need to be, I know you have a lot of students. I'm like, I need to be
The first one. Teacher.
right there. Teacher, hi. You know, so any questions, and I mean, the academy alone, the training, online training alone is very detailed.
Thank you.
That alone is detailed. But to be able to come to class on a daily basis,
This is what I'm dealing with, coach. How do I do this? How do I handle this? That was what was missing for me in other programs.
that's is what, and you answered you would even go over the time, go through everybody's questions, and you would make sure that they had you good,
Yeah.
you straight,
Yeah,
are
yeah,
you
yeah.
sure?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
beans.
That's it. All cool beans. The beans is cool and the sauce is awesome.
All right, cool. And then we wrap up.
Yeah,
And that would leave me so fulfilled. And then I would go
Thank
back
you.
and watch the training again.
Yeah.
So I would be like a straight student.
Yeah,
You know, I
yeah.
locked in. Like
Yeah.
I was off social media. I was off everything.
Yeah, no Netflix and
No,
chill.
nothing.
Yeah.
I was all about
Yeah.
the BCA.
Yeah.
Like that's all I was doing,
Yeah.
right? So when I hired my VA, you know, I got my team, I got all my systems together, got up and running, got my LLC together, everything streamlined,
Yep.
right? We're up and going now.
Yep.
It wasn't seeming to work, wasn't kind of little kinks in it because my VA really wasn't giving me what I needed to get, right?
We dissected that shit.
You said I'm gonna need you to crack the whip.
That's it. Rook like that.
I said, crack the whip?
What's up with me and my sayings?
I was like, what you mean?
Why can't I be corporate?
I'm gonna need you to crack the whip,
That's
Stacy.
it.
You're too nice.
Get him on the phone. Get him on the phone right now.
I was scared for him.
I know.
But
Tell him
after
to come to class.
but after that cracking, baby, he was on and cracking,
Yeah,
literally.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So he was cool and everything, but he wasn't performing the way I needed to. And one of my problems was letting people go because I'm so loyal to default.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And I needed you in my back,
Yeah.
that battery in my back to say, Stacey, let him go. I
That's
got
it.
another one for you.
That's it.
Okay, cool. We let him go respectfully.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay. Got another one came in. She was
No,
on
she
the
was lit.
money.
She
Oh,
was lit.
she was on the
What's her
money.
name?
Liz. No.
No.
I forgot it. I'm sorry.
Damn. I can't
I
remember.
forget it, girl.
Yeah, because somebody else came. I was like,
Not
is
Liz.
that what's okay? Yeah. I
I
can't
forgot
remember.
it.
Go
But
ahead.
yeah, she was on it. And she
Yeah.
was very much so receptive to everything
I was
because
gonna say her
now
personality
Yeah,
was better,
and then I
too.
like having a female VA a little bit more than a male VA.
That's why I'm being receptive to the information. I was wondering where those were. Thank you so much. Appreciate
Ooh, those
you.
look like a pina colada.
I know, it's just cute, y'all. It's cute. But go ahead.
So she was very receptive to what and at this point, I know how to, deal with the VA. I've never had experience before.
Yeah.
So now I know the questions to ask. I know what to look for.
You know how to listen to the call.
I know how to listen to the calls. So I'm a lot more trained and experienced now.
Yeah.
So the results were different. And I still showed up to class every day, even though I'm getting good traction.
You was
I'm
up
still,
in there.
I was in there.
Yeah.
I'm at doing hair and I'm listening to the calls.
Yo, facts.
Okay?
Facts.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
It just depends on how bad you want it.
Yeah, how bad do you want it?
How bad do you want it? Because
Yeah.
it's there.
Yeah.
You can't say you're not delivering it. You got to come on and drink.
That's it.
So she finally, I remember when I was at the salon and she said, hey, Stacey, I have a motivated seller.
They be excited, don't they?
She wants to sell her house.
Uh-huh.
Like she's going through a lot right now. I
Yeah.
said, okay. I said, did you get her qualified? Like, you sure she wants to sell?
Yeah.
She said she wants to sell.
Don't waste my time.
Boop. Call her up.
Yeah.
This lady was crying.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Poor thing.
I knew I could help.
Yeah.
At that moment, I'm like, I can help you.
Say that again. I can help you. I can help. I'm a professional. I have trained myself. I have invested in myself, and I can help you.
Perfect opportunity.
There you go.
I mean, amazing opportunity to the point where it's still really cool to this
Yes.
day. I mean, it was because I truly helped her.
Yeah.
Everything. Now, once I got her under the contract, Jesus.
What was that process like?
It was like she was standing on the 285.
Yo, about to jump off.
And she wanted to jump, and I'm like, come on, don't jump off the bridge. I got you, girl. Don't.
So let's take a breath right here. So it's funny that she's talking about that, but that's literally how it is. So
Yeah.
I always talk about us being able to help a seller that's in need in a distressed situation,
Right.
and then help a buyer find a deal.
Right.
Because that's literally what we do. And you told me you looked at that house afterwards, and they've like almost completed renovations, if not completed already,
sold.
right? Oh shit, yeah. So that's when you know you had a great deal. But I say that to say, we look at it as a professional. I'm a professional. Why, Mercedes, why would somebody give you their house at a discount? Because they're in a distressed situation. They don't know how to do this on a daily basis. This is what it's like. Why don't you represent yourself in court as a lawyer?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't know the law like that, and I'm
Right.
gonna miss something, right? So
Right.
you let a professional. That's the American way.
Right.
I didn't drive myself here. I called an Uber.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I had a driving service bring me.
Right.
Right. So you let a professional do what they need to do to be able to help you, but being able to get paid to literally help somebody,
It's so
right?
fulfilling.
So fulfilling, and you get paid.
You get paid.
5 figures, multiple 5 figures. That's the part that's amazing. So in that distressed situation, you do have to, what I say, talk the seller off the ledge, right? So it has to be that emotional patience and I call it customer service.
It really.
But look at this. When we're in corporate America, I used to kiss ass for a living is what I call it.
Right.
So if I'm willing to do that for someone who doesn't care about me, you've made a substantial change in this lady's life to where she's still calling you afterwards.
Right.
You were able to help her. Yeah, so I just wanted to highlight that. But go
When I
ahead.
got on the phone with her, she was crying and she was basically venting. Listen, I don't have any more money. I've put in so much money in this stupid house. My mother's driving me crazy. I just want her to move. I'm just over it. I'm just over it. Can you do something? I'm like,
Or
yeah.
no.
Right. Like, if she's at the point, like, what? Like, but the contract that I sent her had all the verbiage that it needed to have in there to solidify the deal.
Yeah.
Right. So I get her under contract. At this point now, I go out to the property and I take a look just to put some eyes on the property or whatever. It's in Roswell, Georgia.
When she called me with this property, I said, Stacey, I can't remember what I was doing. I was in the middle of something. I said, you gotta where? I said, send the address. I said, if you don't do nothing with this property, I'm gonna buy.
I'm so upset that I did. But you know, you live in
Nah,
your
it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. But I'm saying the property she found was lit. So it's so funny because people are like, aren't there a whole lot of people? Isn't this a saturated business? The people out there ain't like my BCA sharks. I'm just saying. They not, yeah.
No, because I was able to
resonated
identify.
with her.
Right. I identified the pain.
Yeah.
I seen like, okay, this lady doesn't have any money, but she's sitting on a lot of money and she doesn't really even know. She's at that point where she's like, I cannot do anything extra with this house. So when I go over there now, Right, overwhelmed. So I go over there and I start to become acquainted. And again, I'm in customer service. I deal with women on a daily basis.
There you go.
So this wasn't nothing new for me.
Yeah.
Right. So I was able to really, truly talk to her and see what it is that she wanted, where she wanted to move to, what is it, you know. And so I
future
extended
conversation. Yeah.
the future conversation.
Yeah.
So I brought a colleague in with me, and she's the one who ended up buying the property.
Like I wanted to buy it, but no,
She ended up buying the property. And the walk, now it was about a 30-day time span.
Okay.
Right, before we ended up closing, because there was a little bit discrepancies on her end.
Yeah.
And a little bit discrepancy on the buyer's end.
It happens.
So it happens. Again, this whole time I'm holding her hand.
Yeah.
Right, and she's calling me every day, 2-3 times a day.
What time at night?
10, 11 o'clock. Hi, are you up?
No.
I'm just looking at the text like, I'm gonna act like I did not see this text.
You don't got your read receipts on, do you?
No.
I got my read receipts on.
No, I don't even need you to see that I know.
Yeah,
So I know how to work with this lady. So
Yeah.
first thing in the morning in professional business hours, I
Yeah.
would call her,
Hello.
and say, hey,
Yeah.
but I will maintain the tone.
Yeah.
I will set the tone. So I was
Ooh,
like,
that's that
hey,
control.
how you doing?
Yeah.
Girl, everything is going good. How you doing today?
Yeah.
I'm not going to meet you where you are, because where you are is down there, and I can't come down there.
So hold on real quick. Let's talk about, because one of the things you kept talking about is how your confidence level changed,
Yeah.
right? So your confidence, and people that you do business with, they were just like, man, you're lit, your confidence is lit,
Right.
your structure is lit, your structure is lit.
Yeah.
What did that do even more for your confidence,
Oh,
them
man.
telling you that?
And that did a lot for me. The reason being is because when I would show up to class, you would do live calls, right? You would do verbatim live calls. So you would hear the rebuttals,
Yep.
you would hear the questions, you would hear the pauses,
The sass
and
is
you would
my
hear the
aunt
shark
Carter.
come out.
That's it,
At the
boom.
end of the day. So I'm like, okay, so what that did, it gave me some balls. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That gave
yeah,
me a
yeah.
little bit of
Cojones.
yeah, a little
Yeah,
cojones,
yeah,
right? So I was prone to give people the smoke.
That's it. And smoke is what I call it. And you know what's so funny? We said that the other day. And I told people, I said, sitting in the smoke ain't just about sitting in the smoke. I mean, just for you guys who don't know, sitting in the smoke is sitting an offer, right?
Yeah.
We're okay with sending the offer at the discounted amount that we need to make money at. But here's the kicker. When I send smoke, the reason I have that saying is I'm ready for the smoke that comes back. I ain't afraid.
No.
I know I send smoke, it's going to get real smoky up in here. And I'm not afraid. Thank you so much. Right? I'm okay with having that conversation, right? Because I know that it's just like if you work somewhere, and I remember putting it to you like this. I said, you a hair slayer, right? And you've been doing this for so long, and somebody tries to say, yeah, I want to come and I want to pay you, less than what you're worth. You're going to look at them like they crazy. You see how you just frowned your face? Like, you're like, hold on. the audacity. You can walk right back out the door that you can.
Clearly, yeah.
And have a nice day.
Yes.
And go down the street maybe with somebody who will burn your hair, something like that. You can do that. Thank you so much. So in that situation, it's the same thing. If I know my worth, why am I going to be engaging in a situation where I'm not able to make money from a real estate deal?
Right.
I know what I'm going to do. I know I'm going to answer your calls. I know I'm going to have to talk to you 3 times a day. I know I'm going to have to do all of these things. So, and I know I can get this deal closed. And if I have a question, I know that I have a coach that I can call.
Right.
Who, if she doesn't know the answer, which I doubt she doesn't, she can call somebody who does.
Right.
So I'm affiliated. I'm strong out here in these real estate streets.
Right.
So why would you not be giving me what I need for this, right?
Right, and she trusted me. She trusted my tone, my tonality, and my confidence. Gave her reassurance in me being able to deliver, right? Which I did,
I was
right?
saying you delivered.
I
girl.
delivered.
You was cute at the closing.
Thank you. It was so nice, and my
Yeah,
cheeks
yeah.
were just so tight because I kept on smiling
Yeah.
in awe, knowing that I did this. Because
Yeah.
to be honest with you, my husband even doubted me.
Look, you must be reading my mind. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But there are a lot of couples that have that, and I remember us having that conversation. But you remember what I said to you?
You like that? That's okay, Stacey.
Yeah.
Just keep on going. Once you get this deal closed, he gonna be like,
Yeah, he gonna forget about all of that shit, right?
I forgot about it.
Forgot all about.
It's forgotten.
What do you mean? What about? But
He's
so,
a
but
believer.
that's a real struggle.
Yeah.
And it's funny because there's another gentleman that I'm gonna be doing another straight shot no chaser with in about 2 weeks, and he said the same thing when he bought into the class. his wife was just like, oh, another class, right? Another class, here we go. But now, you know, she's a believer as well. So tell me how you were able to overcome that, because that's a difficult dynamic. And then how, you know, is it now with him now being a believer?
Ah, man. The only way I was able to overcome this hurdle is by showing up to class every day.
Yeah.
Becoming reassured every single day. Every time I would doubt myself,
Yeah.
I would either listen to a recording,
Yeah.
or I would show up to class,
Yeah.
or I would call you or
Yep.
text you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
And
more
you
so
were
text
honest
you.
about it.
And I'm honest. Like, you know, where am I? What am I doing? That I'm frustrated. I'm scared. And I don't even really want to tell him. You know what I mean? But boom, when the deal closed, he was like, no, when I got her under contract.
Okay,
He was like, you got her under contract? I was like, yes.
Hilarious.
He's like, how much you gonna make? So I'm make about 18, 20,000. For real?
For real, for real.
Like one deal?
Yeah. And we mad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we mad about
So
that.
anything I talk about real estate, he be like, baby, you know I trust you, baby.
I heard that.
Baby, you know, whatever you say, baby.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
What you want me to do? You want to fill out the credit card?
Anything you want, baby. I trust you.
That's lit. That's lit. I love it. I love it. So I do want to take a shot,
Yes.
right? And we take a break real quick.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get, because now, right, I'm glad you told everybody about getting up to this point. I want us to discuss now you scaling. Now I want you to ask me the questions.
Okay.
I want you to talk about the hurdles, because I know you've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
I want you to talk about the hurdles, because if you've done it once, you can do it 100 times, right? And people are like, oh, coach, how are you flipping? Or no, not even coach. They be in the comments, because haters gonna hate. And they'd be like, how are you flipping this amount of deals? How are you doing 60 deals? Oh, that's cap. Well, I'm not a real estate agent. I'm an investor.
Right.
So do you believe that there are agents doing 10 deals in one little small area? So if so, then can I not do 10 deals in 6 different states? Can I not do 10 deals in 10 different states? Can I not? If I have the whole United States, right, that I can flip property in, then why is it so hard to believe that I can multiply this process across the United States? So let's take this shot to talk about us scaling. And now we're going to flip the script, because it's all about you. All right? So what's this one to?
This one is to upgrading. If you could do it one time, you could do it 100.
You know, she made $24 million in that one
hour.
Ooh, oh, you listen. Goals.
This is good.
It's gonna get us in trouble. All right, y'all. We back. We done dug in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we a shot, 2 shots in.
Yes.
We're about to take the next one. So what's this one to? Straight shot, no chasers. What's this?
Straight shot, no chaser. This one is to all of the future students
Okay.
that's coming on board.
Listen,
Bam,
you better know it.
BCA all day.
All day. Billionaire
Period.
Creator Academy lit.
Ooh, that's like juice. That's dangerous.
I was about to say that. Get out of my head. That is dangerous. Yo, it shouldn't taste like water.
It's like water.
It tastes like water.
Because I really don't need no chaser.
No. But we got rosé as a chaser.
Okay.
We could do that.
Okay,
A little more wet.
Okay. Let's chaser.
All right, bet. Lit. Okay. So now it's her turn to interview me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I gotta make sure I gotta check my teeth. They're gonna be like, Coach, your teeth was messed up in the YouTube. You know they're gonna tell me. They're gonna let me, anything wrong, Coach? Coach, just happened in class.
So how was it? Like, where did the idea come about to even be able to structure BCA and to bring it live to students like me? Where did that come from?
That's a great question. I get that question asked a lot, and I always answer it in a different way. But it's the same concept in Compass, right? So for me, I didn't realize, like, when you're doing something all day, every day, I didn't realize how many people didn't know what I know, right? So, like, you're a hair slayer, right? You know probably coloring, you know how to lay certain things. If I were to ask you about your profession, you would be able to lay it out. And me being intrigued would kind of be like, you're intrigued by this? I do this all day, every day.
Yeah.
So I started realizing when people like asking me questions, I'm like, oh, there's a need for this, right? I got in at 18, Stacey.
Yeah.
I was a baby. I was wet behind the ear. I would have never admitted it back then. But, you know, I didn't know that other people didn't know this process. But really, real estate is amazing. Let me say something, though. My journey to get here, because when I got into the market months after the market crashed, and I was questioning, why in the hell did I get into real estate?
Right.
I was questioning my mother, what's wrong with me? Like, why do I have to want more out of life? Why can't I just be okay with what everybody else is okay with? I'm questioning why I don't fit into this square.
Yeah.
Right? Ain't no squares in my circle. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that, though, I was built differently. So when people were asking, yo, how do you close a deal? How does this happen? How are you able to find a B2C buyer? You're really doing this with no money down? How are you doing so many deals? How do you get the exposure? Literally, Stacey, all I did is take each deal and say, what did I leave on the table? How do I make it better? What did I leave on the table? How do I make it better? I analyze myself. And if you think I'm hard on you guys as students, I'm harder on myself. And that's the difference. So when I started to realize my people who have been oppressed do not know this information, I'm like, oh, hold up. I got to teach this to them.
Yeah.
They have to know this because it's too easy. I'm getting deals too easy to the point where people still in my comments and they don't believe it, right?
Yeah.
They still in my comments and they don't believe it. You were a believer, which made you sign up and, you know, look at where you are. And we're trying to get you, you know, further than that. But that's where my passion is. I literally prayed and I said, well, I'm trying to figure this out. I said, God, please let me understand, please. And I was taught then, if you're praying only for yourself, you were selfish, right? So I'm like, yo, if you give me this, God, my understanding is not going to just benefit me and my family, right? Because my family, you see what I do for my family, right? I'm going to benefit other people so that they can benefit their family. And because of that, I ain't gonna break no promise to God. I ain't one of them people. I'm a
Karma girl.
What?
That girl named Karma?
That bitch named Karma.
She ain't nice.
What? Look, I'm gonna drink to that.
Right.
So look.
Karma.
I ain't messing with her. You know. So with that being said, I just made sure, because what am I giving away? You know, I'm giving away just knowledge, right?
Yeah.
For someone else. And the saddest part, though, ask me the saddest part of that is that I'll lead people to water, but they won't drink. They will not drink.
How do you overcome that? Like, how did you learn to like let that go and move forward and not feel guilty about it? How did you? I know that had to be like hard, knowing that, because you have a vested interest in these students.
Yeah. Where
you're like, okay, you're here, you're showing up, I'm bringing you all the way to the water.
Okay.
Now, baby, just drink.
Yeah.
And if you don't drink, then what?
Yeah. So for me, it was just, if they come back, like, you remember, I don't know about you, but I held grudges, you know, growing up. She laughed because she knows what I'm talking about. Stacey, see how you doing? I said in this straight shot, no change, I wasn't going to be loud. I said I was going to be poised. I said I wasn't going to be loud. And here go fucking Stacey. Okay. I'm sorry. Don't compose. We're back.
Okay.
Right, all right. Straight face. You're straight face, though. I ain't messing with you. All right, cool. No, it was the Casamigos that went down like water.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Okay, cool. All right. So with that, it just made me say, you know what? I'm not going to hold a grudge because life gets in the way, right? I think a grudge is when we take shit personal, right? If I don't take it personal, it could really be life getting in the way. right? And that's why I made it lifetime access. Like, you can come back and not be okay in 2022 and come back in 2023, and then we still gonna get back at it. I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna be mad at you. What? You're with me for life, bro. You're stuck with me. You're stuck with me.
I love that.
And I think what people will say in my course, the difference is you're really family. Like, people feel weird when I'm like, I love each and every one of y'all. Let's talk about hate. I'm doing it, damn it. Let's talk about hate, right? We can hate somebody, right? So easily because we were taught to hate. But if that's the case, hate is an emotion. Love is an emotion too. Why can't we be taught to just love? Why does it have to be a prerequisite? Why can I love all my students? Why can I love the fact that they want to be better for themselves, be better for their children, be better for their families? Why can't I do that?
From all different types of walks of life.
All different types. I'm not discriminating.
Nobody.
Why can't I project love? And that love is the abundance. You feel what I'm saying? So people ain't doing abundance, I don't really want to be associated.
Right.
And that's where it started. That's where it started. And it's just blowing up because I think when you say, I don't know what it was, I don't know, because I feel like those channels, like Instagram is a channel, a video is a channel. I'm able to project that to the students that aren't able to say, well, oh, this is a scam.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a scam.
It's not a scam.
It's not a scam.
It's not a scam.
You may have been scammed before.
But
that ain't this.
Not a BC.
You feel what I'm saying?
You're going to get the smoke.
Yeah.
You can get it.
All day. Whether
day.
you like it or not, right? So let's talk about scaling because that's what I really want for you in my heart.
Yeah.
I want you to make this a well-oiled real estate machine.
Okay. So I have watched you. Okay. So when I was with the BCA, it was just you grinding every day, showing up at class 4 days a week, on time. Sometimes we'll go over the time, right? By yourself. And I have watched you scaled, brought on new trainers, new coaches, new educators. And I'm over here like, yo, that right there is, I don't know if nobody else sees it.
Ain't nobody seen it, G.
But do you see how she just literally removed herself from 4 days a week to 1 day a week?
That's
But if
cold.
you need me, I'm right here.
That's it.
Leveraging your knowledge
Yeah.
and time
Yeah.
and other people. And at the same time, simultaneously bringing everybody up. That right there says a lot.
Thank you, first of all. But can I comment on that?
Sure.
Okay. So when we were eating, and we was eating good,
Right.
I talked about how I don't require nothing from my students that I don't require from myself. If I require something from you guys, that means I've done it, I've tried it, I've perfected it, and now we on to you, right? And I could talk about it. That's why I'm talking about fake gurus. I don't do none of that.
No.
Because I'm putting it to, I'm trying it myself first before I bring it to you. So I say that to say, when people say, yo, you working 5 hours a month, if that. You know why? Because anybody that's in my staff, Maria, Coach Shalimar, Coach Stephanie, Coach Lisa, all of those people I saw something in, and I'm like, yo, I'm going to build you up. Because see, what I didn't like is when I was in the corporate world, when I was in the workforce, those people, they didn't want to promote me. They didn't want to bring me up. They didn't want to build me up. It was the exact opposite, right? They saw my loyalty, like loyalty that I see in you, and they kept me in a position. I didn't want to be that person. If you're with my company, you are a part of me. I value you. That's why I took my coaches to Maui with me.
Bold.
Because are you dumb? And still paid them. I paid them to party. We gonna do that. Why? Because you're my family, bro. Right? You're building my brand. You're building what I believe in and giving back to people. So I say all that to say, I wanted to build them up so that I can step out and reach other people. And that's what it is. But that's what I teach you guys to do in the business too. You need to be able to duplicate yourself. It said that if you could duplicate yourself 70%, then you're lit. There's not going to be another billionaire Mercedes out there.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But there's going to be somebody who's at least
Close.
70% close enough to be able to get people to understand
Yeah.
what it is that I'm trying to get across. They have the skills to understand, right? We're talking about 120 years, right? Over a century of experience in the BCA Academy. They'll be able to understand and take my patented proven process to the next level and teach it to people in a streamlined process. And then I can add other things to the business, but you do the same thing in your wholesale business, right? That cold caller that you have, you make them the best cold caller. But not only do you do that, you make them ecstatic to be a cold caller. What we didn't tell you guys is when she got a deal, what did you pay her?
I paid an additional $100.
Listen, that's it.
And that made her.
In the Philippines, she was like, she was so ecstatic. Remember we talked about that? We talked about that. So, and that's what I do. You reward people for doing, maybe what they're supposed to do.
Right.
But at the same time, what the, $18,000, $100?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pay
But she
that
was
girl.
just the gesture.
Yeah, the gesture. Because that wasn't in her pay plan.
Right.
But you make people ecstatic to perform for you.
Yeah.
I don't do, like, that whole theory, you got to step on people's necks to get to the top. I'm not with none of that.
None of that.
None of it.
You don't have to.
You don't have to, right? It's really about giving back. So I say all of that to say, yeah, I'm glad that you noticed that, but you noticed that because you're a fucking shark and you're a business person. You feel what I'm saying? So I need you, I need you to step out because once you build your team and you have something that's moving, that's why I say well-oiled machine. Then you take it to the next level. And if your dreams don't scale, like fuck the stars, I'm going to Mars.
Right.
Mars is where my dreams is at.
Right.
Not the stars, not the clouds, not the outer space. Mars.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And then when I'm on my way to Mars, not when I'm at Mars, when I'm on my way to Mars, I'm going to have a different plan and a different dream and a different trajectory. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But talk to me about your trajectory.
My trajectory is finding someone that has strength where my weaknesses are.
I love that.
Those are
Your
the only
other half.
those are the only kind of business partners I want, right? So I found one.
Ooh.
I found one. Matter
Dope.
of fact, she found me.
Okay.
Right.
That's God.
She
That's
found
you
me.
putting it out there.
She found me, and now we're affiliated, right? That's my business partner.
Love it.
And I'm basically just streamlining the same training,
Yeah.
but now I'm teaching her
Yeah.
things to avoid.
Yeah.
70% of Mercedes,
Yeah.
right, is what I'm giving her,
That's
basically.
it.
Is
You
what I'm
supposed
giving,
to,
and she is just elated,
Eating it
ready
up.
to go,
Good.
right? So streamlining to that, where we're saying, okay, we're not just going to cover Atlanta. We're going to cover multiple cities,
Hello.
right? That's how we're going to scale, and we're going to have 2 VAs, not 1 VA, 2 VAs,
Consistently.
full time,
Consistently.
right? So my efforts is not enough,
Yeah.
because I'm pulled in different directions.
Yeah.
My mom,
Yeah.
right? I do still have a full-time job. Well, not really, but really, right? Because they pull at me so much.
Yeah.
I'm a wife, right? So I'm like, okay, I gotta.
Wife.
Thank you. So I realized all of that, and I'm like, okay, I have all this knowledge.
Yeah.
I can truly have changed somebody's life because that
Yeah.
deal really changed my whole perception of real estate, my whole trajectory of real estate. It's really shifted it. So I'm like, okay, that's what attracted her to me.
Yeah.
That's why she's like, can you show me? Can you teach me?
Good.
And she came to me. So that's how I'm scaling. I'm just gonna add more people, more soldiers, more indies. That's it.
Soldiers. I told somebody the other day I'd rather 10 line than 100 sheep. You know what I'm
See.
saying? Shout out Fab. What up, Fab? Hello. I ain't messing with you. You ain't get me in trouble with shit. I ain't messing with you.
But seriously,
But no.
and she's
that's
so
saying,
happy. So our business name is called Mrs. Fast Cash Home Buyers.
I love it.
Look out for it.
Solving those problems
Yes.
for the distressed seller. Good,
And
good.
hey, she did all the due diligence, all the paperwork, all of that. That's what I'm gonna need you to do.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You're great at that.
Yeah, be great.
You're
Let me let
technical,
you
you
be
know all
great.
of the. That's great. I'm an artist. I'm
Yeah.
creative.
Oh my God.
I can see different things that you
said
can't see.
citrus.
So that's me,
I'm not good with
right? So
nice.
I partner with someone who has strength where my weaknesses are.
Oh,
So that's how I'm scaling.
I'm
So
proud of
2023,
you.
look out, I'm coming.
I'm so proud of you. So with that,
Mm-hmm.
let's say, first of all, what are your goals?
My goals.
Yeah, as far as properties. Talk to me in properties.
I need to have at least 5 properties a month.
Okay.
5 properties a month
So doable.
is so doable.
What
with
markets
a partner.
are you in?
Okay, I'm in Atlanta and I'm in Texas.
Okay, good.
Atlanta and I'm in Texas.
Texas big as shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm in Atlanta and Texas.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to scale to other cities. But we starting there.
As you get the money.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
the
as
money
we get the
comes
money,
back
and
in.
the thing is that.
Okay.
The thing is that.
Okay. That part.
When you get the money.
When?
Whenever you get the money, when the proceeds come in, you have to reinvest the money. You can't spend the money.
That should be spent before it hit the fucking account. Listen, and I'm not on bags. I'm just saying.
Listen.
It be all jokes
Marketing.
aside, though. Yeah, marketing. It's
All of that good stuff. You
expensive.
have to have that in place to continue to scale.
Or to reimburse yourself for what you already spent, right? So it is difficult to take a portion of that. But remember, that's how we were talking. We said, yo, when something comes in, we got to take a portion of it. We got to reinvest it. And that's, let me tell you what I told a student the other day. I said, listen, the most difficult part and the roadblock that you're facing right now is the simple fact that you're not able to see what the future holds as a business owner. So when you're an employee, right, and you don't have this problem because you built your real estate slaying empire to where it is. I'm sorry, your hair, right, slaying empire to where it is, right? But the average person that I see coming to the academy, they know if I work 40 hours, expect X amount of dollars.
Right.
See, that's the problem. You don't know when you're 3 feet away from gold. You could, this next lead that you don't call, that you give up on, could be that lead that makes you 50,000. And I swear, it's people who I'm like, I got scammers, all these people calling my phone, and this 1678 number is a $100,000 deal. And I'm like, Mercedes speaking. Oh yeah, I was calling about that. Oh yeah, hi. Right? So it's difficult to have that same energy. That same energy when you don't know what's coming. But it's a little bit perkier when you know, oh, okay, well, I'm going to get X amount of dollars for working 40 hours. And that's the problem. I'm like, you got to work like you know you're going to get a check. You feel what I'm saying, at the end of the week, because you're planting your seeds. And that's the biggest difference.
I think you should say, like, you got to know your goals.
Yep.
When you know your goals and you can see, you have vision, okay, you won't get tired, you won't get frustrated.
Okay, tired when? Ask me how long I slept today.
How long you slept today?
About 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours.
Right.
Yo, but it's different. The nerve.
Like you still sleep?
Why you think I called a taxi here?
Right.
Why did I get a driver?
Right.
But the point I'm trying to make is, it doesn't feel like work when you're doing it for yourself. When you have a better, like, you heard what Jay say, like, you can't pay me, I pay you, put the rest away for blue. You feel what I'm saying? I'm cutting my own checks. And that's when it hits different, type of thing. So scaling, but I know I talked to you about internet leads. I talk to all of my students who get deals about internet leads. You always keep it a stack with me. Help me understand, is it the fear of the investment, or is it the fear of the consistency of the actual $18,000, $20,000 deals that stops my students from investing into that and leveling up to that?
That's what it is. It's a little bit, it's a combination of both.
Okay.
For me on my end.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, okay, boom, I got this great lump sum of money, but with you, paying VAs and getting all of this, all these systems in place, because it takes money to run a business.
It
this
does.
is a business.
It does.
It's not show.
Don't play.
Okay? They're going to withdraw that money every single month, whether you make a phone call or not.
Respectfully.
Okay? Respectfully. So knowing that with outside life going on, your mom, you're this personally, your mom, you're this got going on.
Yeah.
You're a little bit of fear. It's a little bit of fear there. But I know once you remove that fear, so what I did, I said, okay, let me bring somebody else with me.
That helps you remove
Let me
that fear.
So if you want to go fast, you go alone. You want to go far, you bring someone.
That's it. I love it.
So I'm bringing someone with me.
Yeah.
And
I've had partners.
Yeah.
And then
How did that turn out?
Great question. Where's the other shot? Where's the shot? I'm stuck with the damn.
Ain't turned out good.
There you go with your shit. No, I'm being funny. So I think partners are part of your journey in business.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah.
Partners are not bad, right? So when you say how did it go and all, like even in personal relationships, like I'm the type of positive person where I'm gonna learn something in every situation. Every personal relationship that I've left with a significant other, every business relationship, I have gained something. Because guess what? I'm not going to get into one of those situations or those relationships, business or pleasure, without being able to get in it with somebody where I'm learning something.
Right.
And that makes any sense, right? So when you say, how did it go? Like, how's it going now? It's going pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Period. Okay. You know, but when I look back, I needed to be able to develop certain programs because a real relationship is an exchange.
Yeah.
It goes bad when one person is like 90% given and then the other person is 10% given, right? That's when it goes bad. But when it's a 50-50 exchange, it's, you know, Stacy's bringing this to the table, Mercedes bringing this to the table, just like you said in your business makeup.
Yeah.
So that's amazing because you all will either stay together for forever or elevate and part ways and still elevate and still be like, hey. Yeah, it doesn't always have to be
bad.
It doesn't have to be a bad breakup. And I think that's what we fail to realize, right? Just even just as humans, like it doesn't always have to be beef. I'm not beefing with you. You're not X'd out of my life. It's just you were in for a season. I think, shout out Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry said in one of the plays that life is like a tree, right? This is a saying that stuck with me. And in the tree, some people in your life are like branches, right? Some people are like leaves. Leaves are there for a season. New leaves will grow, right? Don't be offended because you were a leaf.
Right.
I need leaves on my tree.
Right, we need that.
I need that in my life. I need leaves, right?
Yeah.
For a season.
Yeah.
Some people will like branch. You got the smaller twig branches, you got the bigger long branches, but they all break off. It's a hurricane storm and the big branch breaks off.
Right.
You got to go. You feel what I'm saying? You were there for maybe a couple seasons.
Yeah.
But then you got the roots.
Yeah.
Right? The roots that was there. And I don't know why that stuck with me.
That gave me chills.
Girl, because you're so loyal. That's because you're loyal. So us loyal people, we couldn't understand like, and then this is the last part to that. When you try to make someone who was meant to be a branch, a root, you were trying to keep them in your life for that long when they served their purpose. And you wonder why they not useful no more. You understand what I'm saying? So it's okay to be a leaf that was on my tree and you made my tree beautiful at that time and then now you out. I can keep business. You better drink to that. I'm just saying what resonated with me. You feel me?
It's definitely resonating.
You were just meant to be there for that season. And people they start messing up their life when they try to make someone who was meant to be there for a season, there forever, and they start feeling away. Maybe that person who was for real. Maybe somebody who was a branch start feeling away like they was a root. You weren't meant to be a root.
Wasn't meant to
Go
be
away. I love you still. Be okay being a root over there, somebody else's tree. You got another tree you can go to, you know.
Right.
You can go to another tree.
Right.
It's okay. Me personally, and people call me emotionless because I can. Why she crying?
You're not. No, you're matter of fact. And I love that.
That's it. That's
just
all
a matter
I
of
can
fact.
be.
I love it.
Shot, no chaser.
Yeah.
I can't. You name the show, Stacey. You know what I'm saying? No, for real. Like I can't. I get it from my grandmother. Like it's not personal. It's business, bro. Like I literally can do business with you from 9 to 5, and at 5:01. I could be a friend.
Yeah.
That doesn't make me emotionless. It makes me
balanced.
I can control my emotions.
Yeah.
So who are you?
Emotionally intelligent.
You feel what I'm saying?
Very
Emotionally, that's what they don't teach us.
Yes.
To be emotionally intelligent,
Yeah.
us as a people. I could be emotionally intelligent and I could control them and separate the two.
Yeah.
But I'm looked at as crazy because I don't understand. But whatever.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I don't need to be understood.
And no, I just need to be respected.
You're going to respect the handle.
Yeah.
And respect these real estate deals. You feel what I'm saying?
Man, when I tell you, Coach, I am so proud of you. Just even, but you have scaled. Your marketing has got on a whole nother level.
Thank you.
It's so intriguing.
Yo, you hit me and you was like, your marketing. I was like, Stacey, tell me more because I wanted to know what I needed to do. Even though I'm a coach, I can still be a student.
Absolutely,
So
lifetime.
I asked you, I said, what do you like about it? So that I could build upon
Right.
it. Yeah.
It's very personal.
Thank
you
you.
standing there raw.
Yeah.
No, you standing there with your DG.
Are you
gonna be DG.
Shout out Dolce & Gabbana, right in Atlanta. He sends me the boxes and I just put it together. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me tell you, you're gonna be DG down.
That's it. I got plans for Dolce &
Okay.
Gabbana. What up, Italy?
But it's just so real, as if you're just talking to a friend without no cameras. And I'm like, okay, I love it. And then the music. And then how you bringing in life, just regular life scenarios. Okay, are you going through this? Are you going through that?
Yeah.
You ain't got to go through that.
Yeah.
You ain't got to go through this.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I love it. It's very personal.
Thank you so
I love
much.
it.
Thank you.
Like it's scaled. And I've been watching the lady with the gold chain for a
I
long
was
time.
gonna say you was
Long
you was
time.
around, yo. You was around.
Like, for
and
I
you
was
was
watching you.
loyal. That's why, like, you deserve this, and I'm all about honoring people who deserve to be honored. You was playing with me in the lobby, and you was getting teary-eyed. I said, "What you thought? We ain't drink, we ain't did nothing. What you thought this shit makeup?"
No, it was when we used to do our one-on-one calls.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, that whole.
That's
What
how
the hell?
we be. Are you dumb? Like, who was she talking to?
No, wait.
Who she was talking to?
Thirsty ass
Yo,
house.
you remember when I said that? I said that on a couch.
But take the fluff away.
Yeah.
That's real.
Nah,
That's
for
something
real.
that you would
Yeah.
say in your mind, like,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
real.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
seriously.
yeah.
And that right there is
Yeah.
everything to me. Like, I'd
Hilarious.
rather that all
Yeah.
day.
I appreciate
All
that.
day. Because I know you right here with me.
Yeah.
You right here.
So that was the thing for me. You so
Thirsty
damn
ass
silly.
hoe.
Thirsty ass hoe. It was the fact that corporate America for
Right.
me, like, I'm all about being me.
Right.
I am professional.
Yes,
I am
extremely.
about my business. I done got on how many calls with you? Such and such. Call him up. Call him up right now. Put him on three-way right now. What's his name? Tell me his name, right? And we had that call, right? Because if you're with me, you're my tribe. I got your back.
You always say that.
Always I'm gonna have your back. But the thing is I didn't like I couldn't have red locks in corporate America. I couldn't feel that confidence. Even red, I wore wigs for 10 years. I couldn't have that. You feel what I'm saying? In corporate America. And it's like I'm suppressing me. Like, I want to say, I don't feel like I'm too flamboyant. I feel like I'm just enough.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? But I couldn't be that. I couldn't wear all the gold chain. Like, that's who I am. And I wanted a place where people could respect me, I could still help them, I could be me, and I could make money. And the fact that I could teach people that, yo, you don't know what that does for me. Like, I was telling somebody, I'm like, you know, what has been your greatest accomplishment? It's like seeing my students, like you telling me you were in real estate, you were an agent, you hadn't closed the deal yet. And now when you close the deal, your people are looking at you like you the guru.
Right.
Why?
Like,
'Cause
where
you
you
are.
come from?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know my coach.
Yeah.
You don't know who Mercedes Kelly is. It's okay though. You're gonna find out
That's it.
today.
And even if I shine through you guys, like that part is beyond amazing. You feel me? So what I want for you is for you to, you know, partner with your person. This feels like a great business marriage, right? So that they can complement, they can fill in the gaps. And I have done that before where I'm, you know, working my other businesses, they're working their other businesses, and then we kind of fill in. Naomi does that. She has a business partner, and that's a great situation. But I need to see you in those internet leads.
Okay.
You're going to be like your coach. you've been trying to tell me.
No, Coach, I'm vouching. Listen,
The motivation
the next
is
deal
different.
I close will be going strictly to the internet leads because we
Has
got to
to.
scale.
Yeah.
We got to reinvest. That's
Yeah.
it, and we have to
Yeah.
scale. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. And I love the fact that I can always reach out. You're just a phone call away or a text
Yeah.
away. If anything I need, you're always there.
And when I don't hear from you, I'm like,
what's
excuse
up?
me? Yo, you're
What's going on?
Why?
Coach looking for me, yes.
Yeah,
And I
what's
love
up
that.
with you?
You don't understand how, because so many students, they become forgotten.
Yeah.
You know, because they get lost
Yeah.
they get lost amongst so many others.
Yeah.
So to be able to have that one-on-one connection with their coach is just, it's honorable.
Well, one thing I want to say is that you stood out, though. You know, you were that student. You know, they taught us, because I was an overachiever in school, because I thought that was the way I was going to be rich, right?
Yeah.
Being in school. I don't know who taught me that. But I, you know.
Right.
Why did they tell me that? Yeah. But they said, hey, sit at the front of the class. Raise your hand. Make sure the teacher knows you. Make sure, you know, even if you had a college professor that had 500 students, make sure that you're present in class. And that's what you did, you know, making sure that you were hungry to learn. Like, even when I started the class, like, yo, you were the first one. When we started the hand raising thing, everything that we transitioned to, you were there, right? You were there, camera on. Some people would have their camera off, camera on. So that's the difference, right? Being there, being present, and making sure that you're hungry for the knowledge, because I don't have any favorites. But those people who demand, like, yo, I gotta get this. It's not for me, it's for somebody else. And my most successful students are the ones who are doing it for someone else. Like you.
See? Listen, we about to change that whole dynamic, and I cannot wait to tell you all of the success that I'm getting, because this right here is just fueling me up, and I needed it.
Good.
I really did,
Good.
especially the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
First quarter.
Yeah, first quarter.
It's
Q1.
This is going to take me all the way out.
Q1
you
is
know,
what
and
they call
I'm
it.
excited about it. And
Good.
a lot of times I found myself sitting still, just being obedient and listening.
Yeah.
Because you get.
Sometimes it takes that. Do you meditate?
I do.
Okay, good.
I do.
Good,
Just
good.
being pulled so many different. You get lost.
No, for real.
You're like, okay, what should I do? You start
Yeah.
questioning yourself. Am I doing this the right?
Word.
Is this the right thing?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
And then you end up not doing anything at all.
Yeah.
Right.
But sometimes, and I didn't know that, but sometimes being still is good, right? Peace, be still. But that was one thing that I learned too late in my career, I feel, like meditating, right? And that's something that I talk about and I harp on a lot. And I didn't know how to, I'm thinking meditating was like just breathing and not hearing nothing. And I'm like, I can't do that. My mind is racing 1,000 miles per minute, but I didn't know that there were, songs on YouTube that you could listen to. Put it in your AirPods in to help you tune out the sound. Just 10 minutes.
Just 10 minutes.
Yeah, even if it's just
Every day.
clear. Every day.
Every day.
And that's when things really started flowing into perspective for me. So if I could give anybody who's confused, like, if you don't know if you should go to the BCA Academy, go meditate on it.
Go meditate.
Go meditate.
Sit by yourself. Sit on the ground.
Yeah.
Be a horenge cure.
Oh, you stupid! But you know what was crazy? I thought that, no, for real, I thought that even then, like, prayer was just something, like, you could pray by yourself, but it was more powerful with people, right? Well, I wasn't taught that it could be by yourself in your little, sacred place.
I'll go in my closet.
Me too, with some, what is that? The air thing with the essential oils.
With the
yeah, with the
diffuser and all that.
Yeah. That part.
The smells,
yeah,
the aroma.
The smells.
You
That
feel like you're tucked away.
that honestly,
no one can bother you.
But this is the thing. I tell nobody, don't bother me. Don't come in here. Don't come in here. But listen, unless you want some real smoke, for real smoke, don't come in
Don't
here.
get me out of my meditation.
No, for real.
No, for real.
You know, like, give me 5 to 10 minutes myself.
Because you got to deal with so much, right?
Literally.
And to be able to envision your day
Yeah.
in that little moment, that little time, it's priceless.
Yo, literally, when you say envision, I illustrate it in my mind, and the calmness. Like, when I don't meditate, I tell the difference, the big difference. So it seemed like some punk shit.
No, it's
No,
not.
But when I was young, I was like, like, I'm all into I need to physically make something. I have to physically. Your mental is way more stronger than your physical.
So can I tell you something?
Tell me something.
That I notice about you.
What's that?
And I don't even think you realize it, but because you're in the picture.
Yeah.
So outside the picture, looking at the frame and all,
Tell
I'm
me,
able
girl.
to see it all. Because I'm looking at everything.
I know you.
Right? You follow the 4 laws to the universe. Do you know that?
I don't.
Okay,
Tell me.
so let me tell you what the 4 laws of the universe is.
Okay.
The first one is never assume.
Okay.
You always ask questions if you're not clear.
Yep.
So you're saying, oh wait, so are you saying such and such? Are you saying, okay, so help me understand, right? You always do that. I'm like, okay, well help me. Okay, well, help me. Okay, so you do that, right? The second one is, don't ever take anything personal.
Nope.
You never take anything personal.
Never.
You be like, yeah, Fendi facts. Yeah.
I said I wasn't gonna fucking yell. Only you. I said I was gonna be poor.
No. Okay. Facts. Okay, cool.
Fendi facts.
The third one is be impeccable with your words.
Oh, thank
you speak very clear.
Thank you.
Very concise. There's no miscommunication there. You know exactly what it is I'm asking you.
And what I have
and
meant.
you
What
very
I
clear.
have meant.
You're very, very impeccable with your work.
Thank
and the
you.
last one is always do your best. And you do that.
Always.
You always follow the 4 laws. That's why I'm so attached to you. I'm like, you're not getting away. Listen.
Never.
I'm coming look for, I don't give a fuck where you at.
Are you done? Don't play with me. Where you thought you was going? Where you thought?
Let me tell you.
Stupid.
I don't care where you at.
That's
Kelly,
it.
I'm coming for you.
Listen, we gonna figure this out together.
True.
Together.
Facts.
So with that being said, first of all, thank you for all of the kind
You're
words.
welcome.
And I learned that from my grandmother. Like my grandmother, I've learned people, coaching different people, just being with different people from different walks of life, and they felt like the world owed them something. They'll say, oh, well, I don't have help, or oh, this is my situation. And you know what my grandmother would say? If they were sitting there, they'd be like, okay, baby, yeah. What you gonna do about it?
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do now? She would say, Mercedes, the world don't owe you nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I was raised. Now, in my coaching, I have compassion, of course, because real life situations happen. But guess what? They've already happened. So what are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do? Right? We have, for every action, there's a reaction. How are we going to have that reaction happen, and how is it going to benefit us? Are we going to be negative about it? Are we going to be positive about it? And that's what I try to make people understand. The difference between successful people and those people who have not been successful or haven't reached their height yet is how many times they're willing to get back on the horse. Period.
I got cussed out so many times. Yo, if you don't get that, my phone.
I said, what happened to that customer? Oh, yeah, he went with the shit.
You're like, okay, bye.
But if you expect people to, people are afraid, oh my God, they're going to cuss me out. They're going to say this, they're going to say that.
Right.
If you expect people to do that, though, if you say, I know this customer going to say no, I expect no's. When you get a yes, it's going to be, oh shit, okay, cool. Okay, cool, right? This is I tell people, you got to search for, like, Stacey, I came here with $20,000 cash. What the hell is it? Who took my... It's $20,000 somewhere in here. That's how you gotta move. You have to move like that because you're expecting somebody to come through 20 bands. Bet. That's the mentality. Somebody owe me 20 bands up in here, and ain't nobody leaving this building until I get my bread.
Right.
Period. What's up? You got it? You got it? Okay, you say no this time. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have my VA follow up with you. You can set follow-ups with them in Mojo. Right. You can set follow-up with them. Straight facts, straight face, Fendi facts. What you want to call it? Right. Somebody owe me $20,000. How I'm moving, bro. It's a recession right now. I need every team. You pulled up
Every
team. Every team.
Yes. Yeah.
So what else? So internet leads, you promise me.
I promise you.
That when you get this next deal, you're going to holler at me. We're going to get internet leads. And we're going to take, because the difference is the seriousness of that customer. that customer has put in information and they said, yo, I want to sell now, right? So they move a little bit different than the standoffish, right, customer. Of course, they still want to sell. Of course, you can still close them, but the ease and then the conjunction. You never give away. I call Mojo and Zillow getting it out of the mud. How did it work for you when you were trying to do flipping other wholesalers' deals?
Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work.
Not?
It was just too
they
complicated.
were so they weren't informed
No,
of the
they
real
weren't
market.
informed, and it was just something that it was too many people involved. And no, so it just didn't pan out.
You were just used to being trained.
I was used to being trained and then their spread was so thin.
Yo, you looking at it like, what are
What?
you trying to get for this property?
You only gonna make $5,000?
Yeah. They didn't have it.
Oh, okay. But you want to act stupid and not trying to make me take over this? I'm gonna pay you your $5,000. Don't worry about that.
We missed that one deal. We was gonna close that one. That was a good deal.
Yeah.
Remember that deal?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that was a good deal.
Yeah.
What was it? The three brothers were involved.
The three brothers was involved. It was in a really nice house, but it was so many different.
It was
too
an
many
inside
people.
pool, right?
Mm-hmm. It was a busted pool.
Yeah, it was
And I
busted.
said, listen,
But it was still inside, Stacey.
But-
Damn, Stacey.
But you was like, let me tell you, I said, this house had all the shit you like, Mercedes. All the shit you like.
The water wasn't-
wasn't blue.
I like
The water
blue
wasn't
water.
blue. The water wasn't watering. But yeah, it fell through. But hey, you gotta win. So you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. You gotta be okay.
Yeah.
But you have to maintain that same energy. Where is my $20,000?
That part.
Somebody got where is it?
Come up off it.
I need my 20 grand.
How would you act, Stacey, me knowing you, right? Me knowing your blood run hot. If somebody really like owed you $20,000 cash, how would you pull up on them, or what would you do? Somebody owes you $20,000 right now. How would you react? Boom.
Like a thief in the night.
What? I'm showing up to their mama house, their side chick house, their wife house, their son house, their other son, their half son house, their cousin
They
house.
just want to give me more. Just
That's
to leave me
it.
alone.
Listen, I got
I'll be on it.
10,000.
I'll
They
be
gonna
on
come
it.
up off of that bread.
Check up on it, baby.
That's
No,
it.
seriously. And that's the mentality. And it's
Yeah.
all about the mentality. It's like
Yeah.
a hacking. You're hacking their minds.
Yeah.
Is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because you just hacked the hell out of mine just right now. You don't even realize it. Just by giving me that little $20,000. Who got my $20,000?
Where is
Somebody
it
got my
at?
20
It's
grand.
under here?
Right. So
Okay, there you
tomorrow,
go.
when I
Yeah.
start back up,
I need you.
I need that in my mindset.
Yeah.
Somebody got, so that's what I'm gonna walk away with.
Yeah.
Because everything else, we've already
got-
revisited.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
this is just
Yeah.
refreshing, right?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
real life, y'all.
Yeah.
This is not fluff.
No,
at
at all. Get out of my head. Yo, last thing I'm gonna leave y'all with, straight shot, no chaser. So you remember New Jack City? Shout out Wesley Snipes. He's still one of my favorites. When he was hopping rope with the chain, he was like, I'm looking for my $20,000.
Yo.
Are you dumb? Who got it?
Who got it? With the chain.
Niggas is nervous.
Because he about to clap. Somebody gonna get it.
And then somebody got the knife in the hand. Right?
Yo. Yo.
That's it.
Yup.
That's all I got.
Got that right. You got that
Straight
right.
shot, no chaser.
Yep.
So that concludes our second episode of Straight Shot, No Chaser. And we can't conclude it without a shot. No. Like, we have gotten to so many accolades. We wanted to motivate students, potential students, right?
Yes, indeed.
All right, about taking it to the next level. So I think we gotta stand up.
Yes.
We can't sit down. We ain't weak. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. See, the line felt the same way.
I'll drop
So-
it.